groups, and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. I'm super excited for today's video because today we are doing a January love spread for the beautiful air sign Gemini. I am super excited to get into it. The energy for all the groups have been so different, so I'm definitely excited to see what January is serving for Gemini. Before we get started, DM my Instagram in the description below if you'd like a private reading. You can literally ask whatever question you want, okay? Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment below what video you want to see next. So let's get right into it, Gemini. What does, the universe have planned for you on tonight? That's an inside joke. No one's gonna get it anyway. Let's see what January is serving for Gemini. Okay. Guys, that is so crazy. So we have the Star card in reverse, which is so crazy considering you guys have a pretty optimistic spread besides the Star card in reverse. It's like this Star card in reverse is telling me what you guys think is basically gonna happen, but what's actually gonna happen is you guys are definitely going to be receiving some upgrades, Gemini. So I think at this point, see, the gag is though, I think I know what it is. So let's look at this card. Let's look at this card. It's a beautiful depiction, so accurate. So you're a Knight of Swords, okay? You're not a Page of Swords, you're a Knight of Swords. You're not new to this, okay? But we have this, like, feline kind of attacking you, right? And you've moved your, your shield, and you're getting scratched. And because of those scratches, you're starting to doubt whether or not love even exists, whether or not it's for you, whether or not you're gonna have anything, which is just so crazy because love scars. Yeah, Trippy Red, okay, period. Love does scar though, You get hurt when you open up your heart to people. When you open yourself up to people, you're going to get hurt. But ultimately, the good, as long as it outweighs the bad generally, okay, it's still all worth it. I think that you guys are in a position where it's like you were optimistic like a couple months ago or last month about love, or just recently you've been optimistic, or somewhere in the recent past you've been optimistic, but maybe it just hasn't happened for you in the way that you feel like you want it to. Maybe the person, you've been interested in isn't as interested back in you, or at least they don't appear to be. So it's putting you in this Star card in reverse energy where it's like you're just not hopeful. You've lost all hope. But guys, you're in a really good position here. This is totally normal. The universe really does have a plan for you, and I just see you guys getting down on yourselves to the point where it's like, vibrationally, you may start to attract more of that type of energy, okay? You got to be really careful about it. I say this all the time, Gemini, you want to vibrate on a level where you can receive the things that you want, because if you vibrate on this low level where you think nothing is going to happen for you, that's kind of why, like, you wake up in the morning, you stub your toe, and then the rest of your day is just garbage, right? It's because, like, you started off, you're vibrating on this level of, oh my gosh, I have to be extra careful about everything that I'm doing today because I already stubbed my toe, so let me tiptoe around everything, and miss opportunities happen, and etc, etc. The day just, it's like the trickle effect. With the 7 of coins, let's look at it, okay? Let me see if it'll focus. With the 7 of coins, you can see like you're carrying this load, but there's an easier way to carry it. I always use this example. I mean, you can stack them all on each other and you can carry it that way, but it's like a self-inflicted heavier load. So it's definitely like in your head, things are a lot harder than they need to be, and it's causing things to honestly be harder for you because you don't have to, he doesn't have to carry these coins that way. He can stack them on each other. That can make it a little easier, There's other things, other ways you can do this, but it's like, it's a little bit of, you're making this a little harder than it needs to be. You're making it harder for yourself just by thinking that, things are going a certain way. You're not seeing things for what they really are. You kind of have this clouded vision of what's happening right now for you. Let me see if I can get some info about what the universe has in store, what's actually happening, what reality really is, because Gemini, I feel like things can be made a lot easier by you, but you've just got to surrender. You've got to do what you've got to do. Some of you right now, I'm definitely getting, are contemplating, like, leaving a relationship. You got to leave it, regardless if you have, history with this person, pets, children, I understand it can be hard. It's a lot easier said than done, and that doesn't mean you just, you know, go ahead and hurry up and go. You definitely want to make an exit strategy that's in the benefit of all parties involved, especially the kids if that's the case for you. But I feel like there's kind of this energy like we need to walk away from something, even if it's just our state of mind. We got to walk away from this like pessimistic kind of state of mind. Let's see, rest and rejuvenance, the waiting game, and heartache and loss. And yeah, that's a part of love, you know. There's gonna be some heartache. Someone is gonna hurt you somewhere along the line. I was talking to someone, they made a promise to someone that they would never hurt them, that they would never leave them, and they felt really bad, and that's what keeps them attached to this person, because they feel like they let them down. Well, that also taught me not to make promises, because that's just not reality. You're gonna get hurt somewhere along the line, even if it's unintentional. You know, depending on your perception, someone is gonna get hurt by something you do, but there's gonna be heartache and loss, and that's normal, that's fine. But let's not take the heartache and loss and weigh it heavier than the good positive things that you guys have coming towards you. You're in a waiting period, I'll definitely say that. And I feel like, you know what's funny about this card is the universe is waiting for you as well. It's not just like you guys are waiting for something mystical and magical to happen for you in order for you to, you know, leave, or in order for you to take the next step in your love journey. But I feel like the universe is kind of playing the waiting game with you. Like, okay, I mean, I'm ready to send you your next, you know, lover. I'm ready to send you your soulmate, your twin flame. Okay, T, I'm ready to send that to you. But we're just playing the waiting game because you haven't made the proper steps that need to be taken in order to get to that person. You've kind of gotten lost in the sauce of someone else, or just being in a state of mind that's just not good for you, a state of mind that's not going to attract a soulmate energy, you know, something that's so positive and loving in your life. You're not going to attract that energy, so sorry. You know, vibrating low and being upset about things that, especially things you can't control. But we have this rest and rejuvenance card. Now, the thing about this card that I do like is the rejuvenance part, because the rejuvenance does indicate that there's going to be some action taken, but I think there needs to be some healing, some action taken on your end. I know 2019 has been the year of healing, and a lot of us are over it. A lot of us have fully ascended, but for some of our Geminis, it's really coming in super strong here that I think you guys doubt whether or not you fully ascended. I feel like you guys are doubting whether or not you fully completed the last cycle that you got out of. Let me pull from this romance deck to see what I can get. There's a lot of waiting. It's like kind of like we're on a plateau right now. So let's see what's popping. Hopefully we can get something about if someone's trying to come through too. That would be exciting. Let's see what we get. Walking away, just as I said, shine your light, and happy and content. Yeah, guys, we need to walk away from this old state of being. I feel like it's definitely a situation where it's like we're kind of the reason the ship is sailing so slow. You got to walk away from whatever isn't serving you, whether it be a person, a relationship, an idea of what love is, whether it be just a state of mind that is not serving you, overthinking, sleepless nights. We got to walk away from that energy. We got to walk away from that behavior, you know, and then shine your light. This is basically about allowing love back in, allowing people to see the real you, opening up, even though you don't want to open up because you don't want to get scratched by that cougar with that Knight of Swords we were talking about before. It's a necessary part. You have to open back up. If you want love, you're gonna have to open up. Even if it's slowly, you definitely want to do it. I know this is like the fear, right? Fear of getting caught off guard, fear of letting your guard down, right? Putting your sword behind you and, you know, someone taking advantage of that, but you still got to shine your light. You still got to open up your heart, and that's a big concept for you guys. Self-love, self-care, you know, whether it's taking a spa day, mask, doing a face mask, whether you're male or female or however you identify, face masks are lit and they're very therapeutic and they burn a little bit, so you get a little bit of that pain, you know what I'm saying? So definitely do what you gotta do. But with this happy and content card, you know, ultimately this is how the universe wants to see you, and ultimately this is what the universe has planned for you to finally just be in a state of happiness, a state of contentment, happy with your life and content with your life. And you know, that's kind of what we're waiting for, this waiting game, you know. And you know, being an air sign Gemini, you guys typically don't operate in that way. So maybe you just had a really rough year, you've had a really rough time recently or something like that, but typically you guys don't sit in a negative state of mind too long. So I'm kind of surprised to even see this energy here. Let's see what else is coming up. Okay. Oh, I love that. I love that, guys. We have big happy changes. Big happy changes. If it'll focus. Big happy changes and abundance. So this is what is literally waiting for you off in the wings, okay? We have big happy changes. I think what it is we truly have just got to let go of the things that are not serving us. And that's what January is going to be all about for you guys. It's kind of a transitional month. Like, okay, we're going out of this, we're getting into this, you know, and by the end of the month, you guys are going to be in a really receptive place where you can really receive love, because I don't feel like you guys have any issue giving love to other people, but receiving love, trusting, you know, not being so negative. I think that may be something that a lot of you are struggling with, but regardless of that, you're about to walk into some abundance, and I feel like this abundance is definitely talking about in the month of January. I don't think you're going to have to wait all the way to the end of January to receive this. This abundance is waiting off for you in the wings, and it's going to happen to you regardless. You're going to get to this abundance, so I'm really excited to see what that is going to look like for each of you guys. Let me pull some of these Love Oracle cards. See what they're serving. OMG, this card. This guy. Let's see what else wants to come through. Okay. Period. And I'll pull one more. Period. Like, are you serious? First of all, we have yeehaw. We have the yeehaw card. This is really about extending your lighthearted energy, allowing love to flourish, allowing love to soar in your life, allowing yourself to love and be loved, both of them. And then we have honor thyself. This is really about, you know, setting clear boundaries, having respect for yourself, not just taking the bare minimum. And, you know, this is more about the vetting process. You will easily be able to open up your heart if you know, when you're looking for a partner, if you look for the right qualities and you don't waver on that. Usually the heartbreak happens when we go for someone who we know isn't good for us. Of course, there's one-offs, like people who just pull the wool over our eyes, and in that case, I guess all you could do is just hold on to your wig at that point. But, you know, with this honor thyself card, it's really the universe saying, hey, let's look for people who literally mark off the checks on the list. For some people, they need to let go of that, but for you guys, Gemini, I think this is all about, we need to make sure that we're looking for the people that are really going to do us a service, okay? The people who are worthy of being into our lives, not just accepting anyone. You know, it's hard, but once you love someone, it can be hard to just turn that off. Not a lot of people can turn on and off love. I'm kind of like, I don't know if that can even be a thing, you know? But don't allow things to develop to a place where you're all of a sudden, like, now you're in love with someone, where it's like you could have prevented even getting to that point, you know, because you knew they weren't for you. Let's not allow people to get to that point anymore where it's like, okay, you really are stuck with them because you love them now. And then we have the dwell on what you love. So this is really what this reading was all about. Operating from a place of love, opening your heart up and being, you know, what word do I want to use? Just, you know, vibrating high. If you don't know what vibrating is, you can just look on the interwebs, look on YouTube how to vibrate high. You can even listen to different frequencies at night that can help you automatically, so you don't have to worry about doing super hard work. But it takes a village, okay? It's going to take time, but that's really what your love spread is all about. So DM my Instagram in the description below if you'd like a private reading. You can literally ask whatever question you want. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment below what video you want to see next. I love you, okay? Be careful what you wish for, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah!